Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Anya, and in this declutter type video I will be going through my fourth drawer in my Alex series drawer, which contains non-eyeshadow eye products. So I have my brow stuff, I have mascaras, I have pencil liners, liquid and glitter and gel liners, as well as my false lashes. In these declutter videos I don't get rid of anything unless it has expired, and the reason for that is that I have no place to donate things to and I have no one to give my items to outside of the immediate family. So things that I declutter most likely end up in the bin. So if you want to know more, check out my first video, which will be linked in the description box. But I'm essentially picking out the products I want to try and pan over the next coming years. Brow products, especially the pencil category, is one I go through very quickly. If I wear brows every single day, a pencil in the style of a micro brow pencil from NYX or a Anastasia Brows, which is very small, lasts me, I would say, maybe 3 to 5 weeks, so about a month. The gels I keep for longer, but I have a couple of items in here that I would like to try and pan, so let's just go through them. On this far left side I have some brow powder type products. I have these from Ilia and Fleur de Force. I have the shade, I think it's medium and light, and sadly none of these are warm enough for me. They're very nice and neutral toned, so if you have a blonde or a brown hair in a more neutral undertone, these would work fine. So I've been debating whether or not to put these as eyeshadows, but these are going to go in my category number 2, which is to pan. And I forgot to mention, I have 3 categories that I'm going to sort the items into. Category 1 is for my favourites, or the items that I know I want to keep. Category 2 is for the items I want to pan, and category 3 is for the items that I don't like enough to pan, that don't work for me for one reason or another, or that I want to put, that are essentially going out of my collection. If my family doesn't want it, it's going in the bin. It's also in the category 3 pile. I will put anything that is expired. But both of these are not the right colour for me. The cream colour is the same in both of the palettes, and if I were the type of person who would set my base with a cream colour when doing eyeshadow, I could probably go through that type of colour very quickly. But I know if I want to use these as eyeshadows, these are pretty decent crease colours for me. So I might end up just chucking these as like a natural trio of matte brow bone shade or all over the lid cream shade, and then I have some colours that can work in the crease, but these are going in category number 2. This is a Makeup Mecca eyebrow palette. It's all-in-one eyebrow palette, and it has 2 brow powders up top here. It has a wax and a cream highlighter. I enjoy the cream highlighter, but I haven't played around with the other stuff in here all that much because, again, the colours aren't right for me. But I could maybe see myself in the same way using the brow powders as eyeshadows, made the wax through my eyebrows, and then this as a brow bone highlight. But again, this is also going in category number 2. And then I have my only brow pomade. This is the Makeup Mecca Perfect Brow Pomade in medium. My issue with most of Makeup Mecca's brow products is that they just don't have a shade that works for me. This is a little bit too cool toned, but I haven't played around with it all that much. I think it might end up working, but I am going to put this in category number 2 because pomades just aren't really my preferred style of brow. I prefer pencils, and I have a lot of them here. So I'm going to put my IT Cosmetics Brow Power and Universal Taupe into my to pan pile. This is currently in the project, and I'm filming this in the beginning of November, but I'm hoping to finish this by the end of the year. But it's just not a colour that works for me at all, and you're going to see how wrong of that tone it is compared to my favourite brow colour, which is NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Auburn, which is probably the most red of the bunch, but you can just tell it's a lot warmer, more orange, and I keep rebuying this. It's my favourite, so that is definitely staying in category number 1. I have the Anastasia Brow Wiz here as well in the shade Auburn, and I'm planning on essentially doing like a comparison video because I have a bunch of micro brow pencils in Auburn shades here, but this is a little bit less red than the NYX one, a bit more brown, but again I'm keeping all of these in category number 1. Then I have one from BH Cosmetics. This is their HD Brow Pencil in Auburn as well. And that's probably the one that is closest to the IT Cosmetics one. It's the most yellow undertoned, I should say. The least orange of the micro ones. Then I have two from Colourpop. I have the Brow Boss in Auburn here. And this is a similar style. And I enjoy the colour. This is probably the softer of the ones I have in like consistency. And I like the NYX one partly for the colour but also for its stiffness. I have a lot of control with it and I don't have to worry about it going anywhere. And then I have the Brow Pencil in Arched Auburn, and this is the smallest one I have, like the tip size. It's very, very nice and small and fine, but it is also on the softer side. But I do enjoy the colour of these Colourpop ones. Sadly, Norway, or the government I should say of Norway, are changing their import tax thingy for 2020. So I've been able to get away with paying import tax on everything under 350 NOK. That's not the case anymore. So that makes them, even though I like them, I'm probably not going to repurchase them unless I buy like a bulk order, because they end up being more expensive than the NYX one. And the NYX one is the second most expensive, but the BH and the Colourpop one ends up being more expensive from next year of anyway. Then I have my brow gels. So I have one in my project at the moment, which is the NYX Control Freak, and I'm going to keep it there. That is probably my favourite brow gel of the bunch though, so I will repurchase it. I have this one, which I've finished one in the project this year, but I really enjoy this. It's the Makeup Mecca Easy Peasy Brow Gel in Neutral. It has a nice warm brown undertone, so I'm going to keep that in category number 1. I want to keep the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel. I have the clear one in category number 1 because I haven't played with it yet. But I think I am going to end up putting both of these left, so the number 7 Lash and Brow Perfector in clear, as well as the Makeup Mecca Maximum Brows in medium into category number 2. I like the Maximum Brows from Makeup Mecca. I think this is meant to be a dupe for Benefit Gimme Brow, but this is not as warm as the other Makeup Mecca Brow Gel, and I prefer the colour of that one over this one, so I want to pan that eventually. And this one I haven't played with all that much, but it's also the oldest one in the bunch, so that's going to go into the be panned pile. So for my brows, I am putting 5 of my brow pencils along with 2 of my brow gels into category number 1. I'm putting 1 brow pomade, 1 brow pencil, 3 brow powder palettes and 3 brow gels into my to be panned pile. So I have my mascaras here and I just separated them by currently opened, currently unopened. And for my currently unopened one, I have the Essence Lash Princess Waterproof, the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast High Definition Collagen Mascara, the Colourpop Volumizing Mascara in Brownie Points. The Essence and the Soap & Glory one are black, this is brown. I think it's the only brown I have here. Then I have Maybelline La Sensational, Jan Thomas Cosmetics 3D Length Mascara. This I think is, yeah, that's a brown one as well. Then I have Tanya Burr Cosmetics Selfie Lash and Isadora Big Bold Waterproof Volume Mascara. I'm going to keep all of these in category number 1. For my currently opened ones, I have Isadora Build Up Mascara Extra Volume and Waterproof, Makeup Mecca Push Up, Tarte Lights Camera Splashes and Lights Camera Lashes, number 7 Lovely Lashes, and Clinique High Impact Mini. With this one, I currently have the Makeup Mecca Push Up, the Clinique High Impact, as well as the number 7 Lovely Lashes in my project pan. I'm hoping to finish at least 2 of them by the end of the year. And right now it's looking like it's going to be the mini one, as well as most likely Makeup Mecca Push Up, because that's the one I like the least. With these ones, the Lights Camera Splashes is my favourite cruelty-free one that I can get a hold of at the moment. I may or may not have just purchased 2 more that are on the way, so that I will have a cruelty-free mascara that holds a curl on my lashes. I'm hoping some of these ones are going to do that as well, mainly Colourpop and Essence. But I've picked up a couple of these so that I will have a backup of this at least for another year and a half. But category 1 for sure. Both of these are going to go into category number 2 because I do not like them. It annoys me that there is so much difference between the waterproof version of the Lights Camera lashes and the non-waterproof. But the non-waterproof one does not hold a curl on my lash. It just makes them look sad. So I do want to eventually pan that. And this one holds a curl but does nothing else for my lashes. It does not give me volume or length, so I want to eventually pan that. And what I do is I will use either this Isadora one or the Tarte one as a base to hold my lashes up, and then I will go in with a coat of these ones over the top. That way I get to use a mascara that's going to hold my lashes up, as well as some of the ones I don't like. If they just don't end up working, they end up in the bin, but I've been able to layer all of these ones fine. It's a pretty easy split here. I have 5 in my to be panned pile and 8 in my to keep pile. So I thought I would just really briefly go over my false lashes. I have all of these in the round packaging are from Makeup Mecca. All my other ones are from House of Lashes. And then I have my lash glue, and I have a lash glue remover. My lash glue is Duo brush on adhesive. I enjoy this a lot. And my lash glue remover that I haven't tried and used yet is from Ardell. It's the Lash Free. I haven't worn all of these lashes. You can probably tell on some of them. I love these ones from House of Lashes. These are the Noir Fairy Lights. I really like them. I really like these ones from Makeup Mecca, which are breathtaking. I like these ones. They are the Lush one. I wore these ones for Halloween, which are romantic. I also enjoy the flirty ones and the unique ones. The rest I haven't really used, but I am going to hold on to all of these, and I am planning on using lashes more in the coming year. These are all of my pencil liners. I'm going to quickly just sort them into colour categories because I think that's going to be easiest. So I've just swatched everything on my hands here, so I'm just going to start left to right. So I have this Makeup Mecca white eyeliner. It's my only white, so I'm going to keep it. These Makeup Mecca eyeliners, which are their waterproof smooth eyeliner pens, are amazing. So category number 1, I'm just going to push category 1s up and 2s down. I think that's going to be easiest for me. Then I have 3 nude pencils here. I have one from Makeup Mecca. The middle one is the Rimmel Scandaleyes, and then I have a Milani Almond Cream Shadow Eyes. I'm going to keep the Makeup Mecca one again into category number 1. I'm currently panning the Milani one because it's old. If you can hear noise in the background, my dog is playing. But I'm also going to put the Rimmel Scandaleyes one into category number 2 because it's not cruelty free, and I don't really need 3 that look identical. I don't. Then I have 3 yellows here. I have this very, very pale yellow, this more bright, and another more bright yellow. I'm going to put this second one, which is the Linda Hallberg Mood Crayon in Happy Mood in category 1. Again, another one of my favourite pencil liners. These mood crayons are absolutely stunning. I don't really like these NYX faux white pencils. I have 3 of them. I'm not that big a fan of them because I find them to be a tiny bit patchy. So I'm going to put that into category number 2. I'm also going to put the second bright yellow into category number 2. It's from Colourpop, and I find these ones, because they are not sharpenable, dry out faster, so I want to try and pan that before it dries out. I have 1 orange and 1 red, both from Linda Hallberg. I'm going to keep both of them, they are absolutely amazing. Then I have a couple of purples here. This is a NYX Faux Whites, that is a Colourpop one. Makeup Mecca, NYX, Linda Hallberg. I'm going to put the two lightest ones, so both the NYX and the Colourpop one, into category number 2. I'm going to put the rest here, so I have this almost blackened aubergine colour from Makeup Mecca into category number 1. This really nice bright purple and this more purpley purple. I feel like this is very, almost slightly blue toned purple, and this is more what I think of as true purple, both going into category number 1, because I really enjoy them. Then I have my blues. So I have another NYX Faux White, I have another Makeup Mecca, a Colourpop one, another Makeup Mecca, and a Linda Hallberg. You can probably guess what I'm going to do. The NYX Faux White one is going into category number 2. So is the next Makeup Mecca one, because I don't wear these kinds of turquoise colours all that much. And then I'm going to keep the other 3 here into category number 1, because I really enjoy the colours and the formulas. I really do like the Colourpop formula, but when I have colours that, especially with these yellows, look identical, I'm going to try and pan the Colourpop one first because it isn't sharpenable. Then we move on to my other hand here. So I have some greens. I have a Colourpop green here, that's Linda Hallberg, and I think that's another Makeup Mecca. Yep, I'm going to keep all 3 of these in category number 1. Then I have this, I don't even know what to call it, it's almost rose goldy from number 7. I really like it, so that's going to go into category number 1. And then I have a couple of brown shades here. I have a lot of them. This is Makeup Mecca, that is Makeup Mecca. Then I have Colourpop Mr. Bing, and I have 2 of those. I want to swatch it ones here. I have a NYX pencil here. This is a Rimmel Scandalise, and then I have another Makeup Mecca one. I am going to put one of the Mr. Bing pencils into the to be panned pile. I'm currently panning it, and I'm going to continue to pan it. The other one I'm going to keep in category number 1. I am also going to put the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil into category number 2 to be panned. And I think I'm going to do the same with the Rimmel Scandalise colour. But the rest, which are the 3 from Makeup Mecca, so these 2 and that one, are going to go into category number 1 for now. And then I have a silver and 2 blacks left. I'm going to keep the silver, which is Makeup Mecca, into category number 1. And the 2 blacks, I'm going to keep the Makeup Mecca one in category number 1. And then I'm going to put my Wet n Wild one, which I'm currently panning, into category number 2. And I'm pretty happy with that. I'm keeping more colours in category number 1, but in all honesty, I don't wear pencil liners a whole lot, so I'm fine with keeping colours that look similar if they're a colour that I wear. So I'm keeping majority of my browns, but that's the majority. I wear mostly brown eyeliner or nude. I don't feel like I'm keeping all that many similar tones within each colour family. Like, I feel like all of these greens, for instance, are different enough from each other that I have a place for all 3 of them in my life. So I'm pretty pleased with that. But that is 12 eye pencils going into category number 2 and 21 eye pencils going into category number 1. So my final category here are my glitter liners, which are on the left here, and then my liquid liners on the right. I'm going to keep my only gel liner, which is from Makeup Mecca. It's a black shade, in category number 1. And then I have these next 4 here I'm going to keep in category number 2 because they're currently in the project pan, and I have backups of these 4 shades, so I would like to finish them. And I'm going to do some swatching with these left. These 3 up top here are all black liners, but I haven't opened them, so I'm going to put them in category 1, all but the Maybelline one. The Maybelline one is going to go in category 2 because it's not cruelty free. But this one from number 7, the Stay Perfect liquid eyeliner, and the Soap & Glory Super Cat liquid eyeliner, are going to go in category number 1 for now. The Maybelline one is the Master Precise liquid eyeliner in a black shade. But let's just swatch these from top to bottom here. I have the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner in black. Very nice, very black. I am going to keep this in category 1. I don't wear liners all that much, not black liquid liners especially, but I do like the Fenty one. I've worn it a couple of times. I also enjoy this Makeup Mecca Skinny Dip Liner. So I'm going to keep this in category number 1 as well. Then I have a BH Cosmetics one. This is the BH Liquid Liner, also in black. And I think it swatches black, but it's not as juicy as the other one. So yeah, that's going to go in category 3. This is dried out, and I know I've had this for a while. And I knew I was going to declutter this today because I tried using this on Halloween, which was like a week ago or so. And I could not get it to work the way I wanted, so that's going in the bin. I have the Made You Look Night Owl Precision Eyeliner Pen in Haunted. This is still going strong. This is in the project because I have backups of these. I have like 3 more. This is probably the best liquid liner up here. My second favourite is the Makeup Mecca one, which was that one, and then the Fenty. I did enjoy the BH one as well, but this is the best I've tried, and you can't get it anymore, sadly. So I'm going to continue to pan this, and when this is done by the end of the year, because I'm not going to keep it past the end of the year because I've been using it for a year, I will bring up a new one, or I'm probably going to work from the Maybelline one first. Another one here that isn't open, this is the Tanya Burr Cosmetics Selfie Flick Eyeliner. I'm going to put this in category number 1. I'm not going to open it today, but I do want to, you know, use it and play with it, but it's not high up on the list of things to pan. Then I have the NYX Vivid Brights eyeliner in Vivid Violet here, and these eyeliners are great. I've had this in a blue shade as well, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm hoping this hasn't dried out, and it hasn't. I do really enjoy that shade. And I do like this formulation, both in the blue and this purple shade, so I'm going to keep this in category number 1. Then I have 3 more of the candy liners from Makeup Mecca. I just realised I forgot to tell you the colours of the ones that are in the project. Sorry about that. The blue one is called Tutti Frutti, the peach one is Jelly Peach, this pink is Bubblegum, and the purple is Lollipop. But then I have Sour Apple here, which is a green. Let me just shake it up quickly. Yeah, I'm going to keep this in category number 1. I really like that green colour. This yellow one is Banana Split. Also nice. I'm going to keep this in category number 1 as well. And this white one is Icing Sugar. That also seems fine, so I'm also going to keep this in category number 1. Then for the glitter stuff, I have 2 from Tanya Burr Cosmetics. I have the silver one, which is literally just called silver. I haven't actually used this, but I'm going to shake it up. And let me see here. Most of the shine you're seeing there is literally just wetness. There's barely any glitter on my hand. Let me swatch this gold shade, which is called Gold. I'm gonna keep them standing because right now, just from these initial swatches, these are both going to go in the bin. There is barely any glitter on my hand, and I know if I'm going to have to build these up with the little amount of glitter that comes up here, I'm just going to be frustrated. But I want to see how they dry down once that wetness dries down, because most of the shine you see is just the wetness from the liquid in here. So I want to see how those swatches look once that has dried down and potentially build on it. But I'm going to do the Makeup Mecca Metal Moments eyeliner here. So this is Silver City. It is silver and holographic glitter. I really enjoy this. This is much smaller sparkle, which you might be able to see. It's much more glitter compressed in just that tiny swatch. This is currently in the project pan, and the reason I had it in the project pan was because I had this Tanya Burr one. I'm gonna keep it in the project pan until the end of the year, but I'm gonna put it in category 1 because I would like to keep it because it's really nice. And I wish they could come out with these again, because then I could potentially rebuy them, but at the moment they don't have them on their website. This colour is Cougar, and this really nice coppery golden bronze gorgeousness. Let's see how it swatches. Yeah, I like that. I like the look of that. These two are probably the two colours that are the most similar to the Tanya Burr ones. And just from looking at the swatches, I like the Makeup Mecca ones better. So I'm going to put that as well into category number 1. Then I have a green here called Electric. And this has some green as well as what look like blue and silver sparkles in it. I like the look of that. I have a blue here. This is called NYC. And this has some pink and purple and green sparkles in it as well. But I just want to see how this one would go on top of that purple liquid liner that we just put down. I really like that. Then I have two pinks here. I have a lighter pink with a lot of pink, purple, green, gold, yellow pigments. This is Cristiano's Girl. And I'm not a big fan of pink when it comes to eyeshadows, but I think this is my favourite of the bunch just because of how shiny and how much colour the glitter gives, outside of just being like pink. I've worn this one probably the most out of all of them, but I really like the colours and the dimension in that glitter, so this is going to go into category number 1. I have skipped these two for a reason. I will talk about that in a second. This one is Fireball, and this is a much more brighter pink. I don't know if magenta is the right word because I'm not very good at naming colours, but it's a bit of a deeper pink. And that is also very pretty. But in reality, I don't wear pink all that much. So I'm going to pan the Fireball shade. And with these two, I'm going to hold on to them in category 1 for now. I don't wear them a lot, so I'm going to see how much I do wear them in the coming 6 months or so. Because I see, like with the blue one, I topped it over a purple liner and it looks really nice. This green could go over that green one, so I can see myself using them for that. But I don't wear a lot of blue or green eye looks. It's something I want to change because the times I have worn them I really enjoy it. So I'm going to put them in category 2. I was going to put them in category 1, but I'm going to put them in category 2 because I want to see how I fare with them and how I like them and how much I wear them. And I mean, if I wear them a lot, I will finish them eventually anyway. If I don't wear them, I want to put them into a project pan to finish them. And category 2 just seems to be their home at the moment. The two Tanya Burr swatches, I am a bit disappointed by them. I'm going to try and add more on both the gold and the silver side. Honestly, I wish they were as dense as they are when I shake the tube because it would have been pretty. But there is barely any flecks of glitter coming out. And if there had been as much colour payoff as the Makeup Mecca ones, I would have considered panning these. Since there isn't, I doubt I will ever use these because it's going to be so frustrating trying to get them on the eyes. that I wouldn't bother. I would go for something else. So for my liquid and glitter liners, 3 are going in the bin, 9 are in the to be panned pile, and 13 are staying. And some of these will most likely end up in the to be panned pile at some point, whether it's because they're getting old or something takes their place. But this is how it currently stands, and I'm pretty pleased with this outcome. Thank you so much for watching this different kind of declutter. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I will see you again in my next video. Bye!